Hello, and welcome to another edition of the last edition of this week. This week's Sunday Night Weekend Review, the last edition for the year 2016. In Latin America, by the way, I'm Don Oshman, editor-in-chief and publisher of HideNet Market Reports, and it's Sunday, December 18th. In Latin America this week, Ronald Guel reports in Novo Hamburgo, Brazil, that sales in Brazil are slow, which was not a surprise for this time of year vis-a-vis the European market, and also the Chinese who need product prior to their Chinese New Year shutdowns, and vessels go awful slow from Brazil, so they can't ship before holidays, and now they're working on sales after the holidays, as many other people are. But automotive and furniture business in Brazil seems to be okay. Not fabulous, but okay. But the footwear business is, like it is excuse me, in many parts of the world, not okay. Slaughter in Brazil is estimated to end up at 22.04 million hides. This is down 2% from a year ago. TR1 price ranges ran between $1.20 and $1.25 CFR, with most business done in between, like $1.22 or $1.23, although the premier producers can still get, in certain instances, $1.25. But there's always a story behind a price, a term, payment, this, and so on and so forth. But that's the guideline. Each week now we have in our Brazilian report a full list of crust prices for all categories, certain upholstery and so on and so forth, and footwear. And we have split prices as well, as you can see by getting a trial subscription, or better yet, a subscription. The CICB, the Association of Brazilian Tanners, reports that November leather exports were up 7.8% over November in 2015, and also that footwear exports were up as well. In Argentina this week, prices are steady. November kills, however, were up 5.9% over a year ago, November 2015. In Mexico, high prices moved up 10% in November, which surprised a great deal of people. And in Uruguay, slaughter is down for the first week in December by 2.3%. In Europe this week, Andrea Guolo reports in Bologna, Italy, that the water issues continue to plague the Arzignano tanning region. Some tanners have been importing wet blue instead of wet salted hides or green hides, and some are sending hides out of Italy to get them contract tans and then brought back in for finishing. So they're operating in many cases, you might say, with one hand behind their back. UK 36 and ups this week traded at $1.60, that's euros per kilo, and wet salt prices to China are about $1.55 per piece, CNF. Chinese buying has firmed up continental cow prices, and North German 25 and ups started at €1.45 euros and go to $1.50. This is up from $1.40 a week ago. So the Chinese, whenever the Chinese do something, it usually has a pretty big impact on world markets. European bull markets are firm, and lamb sheep prices remain weak. About every place in the world, except maybe some South African origins, which is discussed in this last issue of the International Market Report, which we put out every Wednesday. Tuesday. In North America this week, prices were typically steady, and this is after some early December softening. A number of American producers visited Asian customers right after the Thanksgiving holiday, like the first week or two of December, and generated a good volume of business. In many cases, lower prices poured below the perceived market in order to generate some business. But they were successful and repositioned themselves forward sold so they can be a little tougher, and that's what happened at the end of the week. U.S. Texas 66, 68 pounds are now trading in the area of $76 to $78 CNF. And there's good interest for heavier weight, 74 and up, that were kind of a glut on the market. But buyers and sellers got together, and some of these items traded at $83 CNF. And now are $1 or $2 more. The cow sector in North America remains strong. Slaughter remains heavy at around 600,000 a week, but packers are going to close for one day each of the next 2 weeks for the Christmas, New Year's holiday, which will reduce kills somewhat. In this week's edition is a great interview between Austin Davidson of Adidas and Michael Redwood of Leather Naturally, where Austin talks about, they're one of the world's largest producers of footwear, and Austin's the man in charge of leather procurement, and how they're using more leather in their footwear than they have for years. This is very good for the tanning industry. And will it push prices up? That's another story which we discuss in this week's edition. Speaking of where we discuss in each edition, our U.S. reports, each week we make a projection, or a guesstimate. We predict what's going to happen the next week. And for the year, we were right 89% of the time. 89%. Is that worth the cost of a subscription? To use our information to predict when you should buy or you should sell hides or leather? 89% is pretty good. And we've been like this for many, many years. HideNet. As we start our 40th year of market reports, I want to give you all our best wishes for a happy and Merry Christmas and New Year's. And thank you for watching. Thank you for support. Look forward to communicating with you by email for reports or videos in January. Have a great holiday. Thanks.